2,500 years ago, I just saw a great lecture on Aristotle. I am not a scholar. This is not research. This is just hearing a great lecture. And Aristotle had three qualities of friendship. The first quality was friendship based in pleasure. Whatever we do together that feels good, we will stick together for it. So as long as the pleasure lasts, the friendship lasts, whatever it might be. Going to theater or playing poker or playing ball, whatever it is, some activity that brings us pleasure. And so we do it as long as it feels good. The next is utility. I do for you because you will do for me. I'll take care of you because you will take care of me. And we fulfill each other's needs in some way. I have your back, you have my back. We work for each other. Whatever it is, there's some kind of a mutual relationship that brings us friendship. And as long as the mutual relationship is functional, the friendship is functional. But what often happens is a better deal comes along. And one of the people suddenly has options. It seems actually to be better over here doing this rather than over there doing that with you. And so it's a relationship based in what's good for me. The third kind, Aristotle called, it's a relationship of virtue. To be virtuous is I do for you because it's good for you. You do for me because it's good for me. My teacher, Papaji, once told me a story that a guru, he was chatting with a fellow guru, once said to him, when they come to me and they want something, that's fantastic. I give them what they want, the transaction's over, and it's finished. But if they come to me and they don't want anything at all, this is big. Then I've got to serve them for the rest of my life. It's just like that. Everyone, when we start out together, you sign up for something because you want something. Whatever it is, you want something, quite naturally. It's only the ego that has desires. And we all start out as egos, so we all want something. So you wanted something, you signed up for the class, you paid your money, and you have a transaction. You get the class. So then you paid the money, you get the class, the transaction's over. But if you don't want anything at all at some point, then actually you are part of the serving. When you don't want anything at all, you go from being a patient to being a doctor. You leave the hospital as a patient and you enter as a staff. Because when you want nothing at all, you can be open and empty and loving and kind and in service, naturally. Because you don't have an agenda. You don't have to get something back. You don't need. Now, you can try to end your needs one by one, and that can be very useful for people who are addicted. Start by ending your addictions. That's ending this desire, not following it. Never again, I'm not going to touch whatever that is that I'm addicted to. But then when you have the strength of integrity from having stopped your addiction, to say enough, it ends here, I'm never going to smoke again, or I'm never going to drink again, whatever it is. Once that's over, then rather than continuing to pick at individual desires, you just end the identification with the egoic somebody who is desiring and afraid. That's pulling it by the root instead of pulling off the leaves. And this is what Aristotle was referring to when he was talking about the different types of relationship. Those are useful relationships, but they're temporary because they're transactional. But what's deeper than that, what isn't transactional and what isn't based in pleasure, is the possibility of true relationship, which is true love, which is permanent. You don't give it, you don't take it away. You're simply a manifestation of it. So it flows out, it flows in. And this is then the dawning of the true human. It's our possibility. Whether we'll make it there or not, who knows? But that's our possibility. That's what we're here for.